Hello, my friends. Glad to be back. Today is 3rd of January 2023. Now it's 7:30 in the morning, and this video gonna be first one in new year. And before I start talking about main topic of this video, I'd like to first of all wish you very happy new year. Best of luck, many success in this new year, and everything good, to you all. And I will same time give you some announce about my plans about this channel for foreseeable future. So as you may notice in my post for community, I did write that in middle of January I am leaving my current job. I already talked to the management of my current employee, to the company that I'm working for, and it's not 100% yet, but it seems like around 17th of January I will be free from my contract with the company that I'm working for right now. And after that I'm gonna devote at least 3 to 4 weeks, maybe more, exclusively to this channel, and I will try to greatly improve quality of the content and quantity too, because I'm gonna do some changes, and I will try to make short videos about every topic that are actively discussed in Russian media or Russian society at the day that I'm making videos. I hope that will help me to reach wide audience, because as I understand, long videos are not that popular, at least from small channels like my is. So videos with the length of 5 to 7 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, may probably bring more attention of YouTube community. And if I be successful, and if I reach wider audience, and if subscribers and if my channel have more subscribers, that may greatly increase my chances to find job in journalistic field, and that's what I'm gonna try somewhere around March. So that's my plans for next few months. So let's see, man. Let's see. But right now, let's talk about one of the main topics that are discussed in Russian media, in Russian pages, on different platforms, and this is of course Ukrainian missile strike on Makeevka, where hundreds of Russian mobilized, recently mobilized soldiers were killed and wounded. Maybe you know that officially Russian Defense Ministry said that first of all, Russian Defense Ministry did confirm that Ukrainian missile strike did take place on a facility in Makeevka, in which Russian forces were based, mainly mobilized soldiers. And Russian Defense Ministry confirmed a death of 63 soldiers, and many more were wounded. That's according to Russian Defense Ministry. But same time, many Russian language channels on Telegram, for example, are expressing views that casualties are much greater, particularly KIAs. So that's a topic around which is right now is still going on a discussion, even though this missile strike took place on the very first minutes of the new year, of the 1st of January. And I'll give you, even though I did watch big channels like Duran and hosts of the Duran, Alexander Merkulis and Alex Cristoforo, or the New Atlas, and many others. I did not see on that great channels point of view that I am having about this incident. So I will share with you my view of what has happened, and I mean, you can decide for your own how logical my take is. So let's start, man. First of all, what I'm gonna say, even though I'm very critical of Russian political and military leadership, I cannot believe that high-ranking Russian officers that are commanding direction of Donbass, and Makeevka is in close proximity with Donetsk city. It's almost suburbs of Donetsk, which means that's Donbass area. I find it very hard to believe that Russian top military commanders that are responsible for that direction are so stupid that they did not know that it's it's high risk to put hundreds of soldiers in one single building. When that building or that city or that area is under radius of operational radius of, for example, multi-launch Ukrainian multi-launch rocket systems, particularly HIMARS systems. That's why I think that we may dealing here with kind of sabotage from some elements in Russian military leadership that are working, and maybe even political leadership. We may dealing here with the sabotage of some elements in Russian political and military leadership that are working for the West or Western secret services. Let's say this way, because I mean it's just too simple, man, for everybody to understand that you cannot put hundreds of soldiers in one single building in area which is under fire of of the enemy. And why then so many soldiers were put in that building, particularly mobilized, recently mobilized ones? In my understanding, that was a sabotage, and main main goal for saboteurs and the Western masters, if I may say that way, is to create some tensions inside Russia, because almost all those soldiers that were killed or wounded in that strike in Makeevka were from one region, even one city, as I understand, and that's Samara. And when you have that kind of situation, when so many casualties are from one particular region, it's quite easy to generate some anger and protest movement in one area if you put high level of casualties to mobilize soldiers from that area. And that's exactly what happened in Makeevka. Because I'm gonna repeat myself, but I cannot believe that, even though I'm very critical of Russian political and military leadership, I cannot believe that those generals that are responsible for Donbass direction are so stupid that they did not understand how wrong it is to put so many soldiers in one damn building, man, in working area of Ukrainian multi-launch rocket systems. I mean, it's just too stupid, man. Even for those idiots that are calling themselves generals, man. So, tell me what you think, man, in comment sections. But in my understanding, we are dealing here with active use of by the Western elite and Western secret services of their assets in Russian political and military leadership, because that's only way that I see any logic in what had happened, you know. And it seems like I mean, it's clear for me that if that's the case, then main goal for these saboteurs that put so many soldiers in one place and their Western masters is to create inside turmoil in Russia, to somehow maybe in the future repeat this kind of incidents, and then create some sense of instability inside Russia to somehow provoke regime change. Because, as I said, man, it's quite possible now that you know people that are relatives of those killed and wounded soldiers in Samara and in that region, they may start some protest activities because once they realized that their loved ones, their relatives were killed not in some heavy fight or not in the battlefield, but in the in away from a front line, just because some high-ranking officers did not think about their security and put them in one building. Once relatives of those soldiers gonna realize that, we may see some protest activity there, and we will probably, I mean, most definitely see this kind of activity. And who can blame those people? I mean, no one. So that's my take on this incident. As I was saying before, I did see logic in I did see some kind of logic in Russian retreats, previous retreats from different regions of Ukraine. And I was, as you know, I was saying in my videos that it seems like we are dealing here with sabotage, active sabotage of special military operation by high-ranking military personnel and some high-ranking officials that are working for the West. And I'm still thinking that this is the case. And this is incident in Makeevka is a clear demonstration of it. Just clear demonstration of it, man. Because there's no way those generals, man, are so stupid, man, that they did not realize that it's criminal to put so many soldiers in a single building in an area where high masses are active and high masses are reaching. So that's my take on this story. What can we say, man? Western elites quite openly are saying that they are working for regime change in Russia, and of course they will use their assets in Russian political and military leadership to achieve their goals. And if I was head of Russian counterintelligence services, I will definitely work on this on this scenario that I just talked about it, because that's only scenario that has some logic in it, in my understanding. So yeah, this is only topic that I do want to talk in this video, because this incident in Makeevka is very much in center of attention of Russian society and media. So yes, it is what it is. As I said, Western elites will definitely try to provoke a regime change in Russia. And in my understanding, if Putin and his people are good enough thinkers, they will even though it's quite late now, man. They should start active fight against corruption, against at least horizontal corruption in Russia, and then they should start active fight against corrupt officials in all levels, man. Because and they should start working on transit of power, because eventually if they're not gonna clean up system from corruption and corrupt elements, West may succeed, man, with regime change, because they have huge experience in it. You know, in last decades, they did succeed with regime change in many countries, and they are experts in this field, Western elites. So you know, Putin and I mean his close allies in Russian elites, they may still have some time to deal with these threats. Otherwise, West gonna succeed in regime change. Who knows, man? Who knows? Anyhow, this is it for this video. I hope you find my take on topic of Makeevka interesting, and if so, please share your opinion in comment section. Push that like button. If you find it possible for you, please share links to my channel or to my videos with your friends on your social network. And yeah, take care. Bye for now.